Hey, welcome to another episode of Beers, Jack of Barbecue. Broke down a whole choice ribeye, and check out this beef jerky we made from it. Hey, I'm Craig, the man behind the camera's Jack, as you know. We love ribeye, and that's kind of what we work with, and you know how we kind of try to always buy the whole thing, and that way break it down ourselves, saves money, you get certain things you want. So got a whole choice ribeye, took the cap off of it, got a bunch of trimmings here, and got the fillet of the ribeye more or less right here. And that's what we're going to be using today. We're going to be doing beef jerky. So today we're going to be slicing it, put it in the cure, let it sit for 24 hours. Tomorrow we're going to come back, we're going to get it on the Rec Tec, dry it out at the low smoke setting, and we're going to have amazing beef jerky from ribeye. Can't wait to try this out. So next thing we'll do is get it sliced up. All right, as we mentioned, broke down a whole ribeye, got a nice big hunk of basically the fillet of the ribeye. Took off as much fat as I could, just because you really don't want fat when you're making beef jerky. But did the best I could with this, try to get all the silver skin off I could. But a nice hunk of meat here, got about 6.5 pounds, 6 3/4 pounds of the ribeye. So what I'm gonna do next is kind of slice it up, and I'll show you how I mix my mixture I use for this. And then cure it, and like I said, tomorrow we'll come back, I'll get it all prepped on the Rec Tec, and we'll go from there. But let's get this slicing. You'll see some remnants on the slicer here, because again, we showed you the whole ribeye. Well, we've already sliced the cheesesteak stuff up, so that's what's on here though. So here we go. So I'm going to go a little thicker than that. I think that'll work out good for jerky once it dries out. I didn't mention, but I actually put this in the freezer for about an hour and a half. I could have been in a little longer. One more slice. Yep, that'll do it. All right, next step, we'll show you how I cure it and get it ready for tomorrow. All right, got everything sliced up. Gonna start with the recipe. So I don't really make my own per se. I usually start with something. So on this one, I start with Backwoods Jerky Seasoning. It's hickory. It's decent. I have had better ones, but that one's pretty good. But I add my own things to it. So this one here, we're trying to do a little something different. As you know, we're affiliated with Pit Patriot, so trying to incorporate some of theirs. So I actually had 2 tablespoons of the Pit Patriot's Tex Mex Habanero seasoning into this. I added a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, which I'm not showing you that, and then Jack and his buddy grows peppers. Jack would actually dry them out and dehydrate them, like some of the crazy hot ones. So I put about a ½ teaspoon of the really hot stuff on here, and it's going to take about 6 cups of water. So just going to mix this up. I'm going to mix everything in the bag. And in that jerky cure too, there's a pink salt that goes in there. That was about 1 3/4 teaspoons of that. So kind of what I want to do here is actually just do most of it in the bag and try to avoid any mess we got here. So start with that. We'll do the smaller 2 cups of water right away. Kind of mix some things around a little bit. That was probably too big of a bag here, but that's all right. I just wanted to get everything started. I don't doubt if I'll transfer it either, but I can get it pretty tight. So now just going to get the meat in there. Getting some of the air out for now. And all I'm doing is mix it around. And then what I'll actually do, we'll actually try to take a little more air out now at this point. That's pretty much good. It's going to go in the fridge for 24 hours. What I'll end up doing is every couple hours, I'll go by the fridge. I'll go mix this up again, stir it up again, take the air out again. It won't really do much with the air right now. Get most of that out and do it back in the fridge. Like I said, it's going to be 24 hours in there. Those were about 1/4 inch thick, so 24 hours is good to get it penetrated. And then tomorrow we're showing the grill. So it's like noon right now. We're going to have it on the grill tomorrow around noon. So we'll see you on the Rec Tec tomorrow. All right, here we are, next day, marinating for 24 hours. Gonna get them ready for the Rec Tec. Rec Tec's running on the extreme smoke at about 180 degrees. Got these aluminum racks. Saw Gary GT's Barbecue. Talked about them one time, so I went out and found them actually because I use a lot, even when I just rest meat for the night before and keep them off the bottom. Works out great, they're disposable. I don't got to deal with cleaning up cooking racks. So I place them all in here, and I'll show you how I do that, and then they get thrown in the grill just this way so I can move them around. So let's start laying them out. So I pretty much try to get them as compact as I can. I might not initially when I lay them in there, but I will move them around and get them closer because they will dry up and get shorter as well. All right, we won't keep showing you everything we're doing here, but I can tell by the grain and the way this is feeling already, this is gonna be some good beef jerky. We'll show you as we put them on the grill. All right, gonna get them on the grill. You can see I actually have my Big Joe extender rack in there for another level. And I forgot to mention I use the Tex Mex Habanero seasoning, which I have in the mixture as well. But I dust them a little bit just to make sure we get this flavor come through. Once everything starts getting dried out, I get to move this around a little bit as well. So gonna let this go about 3 hours where we're at here, and we'll bring you back probably right near the very end. So this will be here a while. All right, been kind of moving some things around, getting some things ready. I'm gonna pull some of these off, not everything, but some of these off, just to make sure we're done with them. Kind of can see that, you know, you got the darker color here and it's starting to lighten up a little bit. It's looking almost perfect. And then as it dries, it'll get just a touch firmer yet. So, all right, I'm going to continue to sift through everything, get some things off the grill. Might leave a couple on, but we'll show you what everything looks like and do a taste test in a little bit here. So, see you then. As always, cheers. Here we are, end of the cook, or end of the smoking, I should say, or dehydrating in a sense, for the beef jerky. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we took a whole ribeye, broke it down. We're going to do some different cooks with it. But I took the eye section, and it was about 6 3/4 pounds of the eye section. Sliced it on the slicer, actually froze it to try to get it. I could have frozen more when I was slicing it, but sliced it up pretty nice. Seasoned it with this Backwoods hickory or jerky seasoning, hickory flavor. The nice thing we did, we added 2 tablespoons of Pit Patriot into the mixture as well, and then I actually sprinkled it on a little bit before I put it onto the grill, just to kind of make sure you got a hit of that flavor when you're eating the jerky. I also did a tablespoon of cayenne pepper and some real hot peppers where I just shook into the mix as well, along with water. Soaked it for 24 hours. Came out, put it on some racks, put it on the Rec Tec, and it went, we're almost about going on 6 hours at this point. There's still a little bit on the grill yet. This is kind of what's finished up already, but I'm going to deem it successful because, you know, when you're making jerky all day, you got to try it as it starts coming off the grill. So, but I'll try it again just for you guys. So it looks nice. Well, that fell apart there, but that was kind of some holy pieces there too. Yeah, it's like, that piece was a little bit crunchy. The rest are gonna be a little bit softer. This was a thinner piece at that, but still, this is gonna be excellent to be snacking around. Jack always complains. I make jerky a lot of times, but complains he never gets any. So I'll send him home with 1 or 2 pieces tonight anyway. So hopefully you like what we're seeing. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell, get notifications, and we'll see you next time.